we got Air Force Delta. I get to hear the loud noise of the Dreamcast. Sounds like a freaking F-16 taking off. Oh. Say what? Oh, this is short. Alright, let's get this. There we go. That was scary. And I just got this thing refurbished. Yeah, basically that's what I did. All my old systems, I have a guy who works on arcade machines. He took all my systems and kind of brought them back to life. Everything the original, no, very little mods. This is such an interesting game in that it never got popular, and the reason why is we're going to discover is the Dreamcast controls itself. Yep, I am going to do very easy because I don't give a shit. There we go with the introduction. So there's the Ace Combat and then the Air Force Delta. And from what I think, the Air Force Delta kind of stopped. Is that true? I'm going to ask ChatGPT. Now, if you see yesterday's playthrough, we played Air Force Delta on the Xbox. So this is the Dreamcast version of it. Graphics wise, the edge goes obviously to the Xbox. And you gotta remember, these were kind of... The funny thing is the Xbox was actually a continuation. If the Dreamcast or Sega continued, it would have probably looked like what the original Xbox came out to be, because half the team that worked on Dreamcast ended up going to Microsoft and helping them out launching the original Xbox. Like the built-in Ethernet, that's something that at the time, you know, Sega Dreamcast did that first, and then of course the original Xbox incorporated that aspect to it. Oh. Alright, shoot bad guys. Got it. Aggressor. So basically it's a tiger. Again, this is a good thing. If you watched the video yesterday, you'll see this exact same plane over on the Xbox. And the difference All right, again, so the fatal flaw is going to be the Dreamcast controller itself, because there's some things. Of course, this is the first level. It shouldn't be too hard. Want to lock in? Gotta get some thrust in, catch up to him. Look at afterburners. Whoa. Lock, 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 lock. Come on, that guy's gonna circle around. Oh, that wasn't too bad. Like again, like if you watched yesterday's and when we did the Xbox version of this, but again, the Dreamcast still holds up. I mean, it is. It's one of those things that when you watch, like all these YouTube videos and stuff, it is true. It was so far ahead of its time, but the PS2, once that came out, and the fact that it was a DVD player too, so you're getting a 2-in-1, it had so much value that, I mean, you couldn't ignore that. And then you had a remote to it too, so people forget about that. Another thing, the PS2 had a remote, so you could watch your DVD movies and play games, and it had the library that the PS2 have. So to us that grew up then, it was a no-brainer. And then like a lot of the stuff that corporations do with Sega, they basically shot themselves in the foot. But credit them for pivoting and going into making video games versus making, because now Xbox is going through the same thing, ironically. So it's all everything is a cycle. Even news and everything else, politics, same shit in the 60s, happening now. Anyway, let's get started on the next one. I love how loud the Dreamcast is. I mean, I love V8 engines and exhaust. And so when the Dreamcast fires up, I'm like, yeah, that's power. Like, if you watch Top Gear, like Jeremy Clarkson, like, more power. All right, so you got that. It's a good little game. You can't change the views. That's another thing that I don't like. Either I don't know how to, but so we're going on the second mission. Let's see what's in the shop. So we can purchase planes. Right now we have probably a MiG. And so MiG-21. buy it. Oh, my bad. Let's see what options are. Can I change the view? Let's just do. I gotta do briefing first. Alright, destroy the ships. Alright, let's go. Alright, man. I wish they told you how much missiles they carry. And the sad thing is we're gonna have plenty. Get these out of the way. Plane's a little faster. Yeah, this plane's a lot faster. Alright. So the first plane was a lot slower. So it takes a little time just to the slight adjustment of the plane. We gotta get rid of him. Oh, he banked. Damn it. I wasted 3 bullets on this idiot. Damn it. The wrong button. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. Okay. Jeez. At first I was like a baby cake. I knew he was gonna bank. I already wasted like a whole bunch of bullets. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Then you have to waste 2 missiles. There you go. I knew you were there. Catch up to this guy. Come on, lock on, lock on, lock on, lock on, lock on. Give me tone, give me tone, give me tone. Gosh, what the hell's with this targeting system? Thank God. Damn it. Come on, lock on, dude. Come on, lock on. Damn it. I couldn't pull out. Fuck that. That was funny. Again, it's mostly the Dreamcast controls. When you play the Xbox version and how like precise it is, for this one is just all over the place. So the controls are one of the things. I mean, of course you have to play a couple times and I guess get the feel of it, but basically that's the gist. Anyway, I'm gonna stop here and get ready for work. How we going? Yeah, this is if you watch my channel like real quick, I basically here in this room there's a PS1, a N64, original Xbox, PS2, Dreamcast, all hooked up to this Sony Trinitron. And in the other room I have the original Nintendo, Sega Genesis, original Super Nintendo hooked up to a 37-inch Panasonic. It's like Panasonic's last tube TV they made before they went to flat screens. It's probably by far one of the best TVs I've any picture by far. The other tough thing is that a lot of us Gen Xers and retro collectors is with the CRT, the people that used to service them to keep them running, they're all gone. They're all dead or retired. So there's really nobody that, there's very few people that know how to, do anything with the CRT TV set. So that's also an issue for a lot of us. Because once they're gone, they're gone. They're not coming, they're not making any new ones. So that's a big problem. But again, this, the picture is absolutely, I mean, you guys don't see how good it is, but a lot of you guys are also collectors, I'm sure, and the picture in person is so much better. But I like to do this because it kind of recaptures that feeling of when we were all kids sitting around playing in front of the TV set. So I thought that was kind of cool. So I've been doing a little bit more of this besides my other stuff. Yeah, basically that's about it. So if you're new, like, please subscribe. We'll do like cassette tapes. I do comic book stuff. I do action figures. I mean, if you want to get a tour of the retro room, just to give you a quick look, I mean, this is all that we feature on the channel. Like all of this. Like there's a whole, like if you grew up in the 80s and early 90s, this is basically like my life's, this is the room, the one room that's allocated for my bullshit. So, if you're into that, if you're into man cave type stuff, let me do the other side. I totally forgot about that. So on this side, we have all of our G.I. Joes. There's Transformers sections. I mean, this is what we do on my channel. So they got the Star Wars section up there. And then in the closet is all graded comics. So we go through that. I'm actually cleaning this Sports Illustrated featuring Larry Bird and Dr. J. So there's a lot of stuff that we covered. I mean, I have so many interests, but so I like to just share them all. Anyway, that's this live for this. This is the Dreamcast version of Air Force Delta, which pretty much nobody knows about, and it's good and it's bad. So that's the thing. When we did the Xbox version of this game, Air Force Delta, it's like amazing. This, going from that to this, it's a little bit of a step down. The controls are not really fluid, as you saw. Like, you think you have enough time to pull up, and you don't. Like, the plane banks, and each plane has a little quirk to it that you kind of gotta get more hours behind. I mean, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna play a little bit more of this game. But anyway, I just wanted to share this because I'm one of the few guys that has this game that I thought would be kind of cool to share. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next time. Like and subscribe if you like this type of shit. Have a good one. Peace.